Okay guys, here we go. I made this little ring machine, I call it. And I'm gonna show you how I made the rings. Let me go get a ring. I'll tell you, the way it works is you actually take this here and you bend it to fit the size ring you want. You use this here, which is number 6 iron. You cut it about, it varies depending on what you're doing. If you're doing belts, it's longer. If you're doing columns, it's shorter. So you just cut a whole piece, a long piece, something like this, a little longer than that. Then bend the edge corner first, and then you bend each side to the length that you want it to be. And then they go on to this iron, and you tie it onto the iron. But it's just right there, the iron, to tie it onto the iron with the tie wire. But it's basically how these rings are made. And I thought I'd try my hand at it, because you know, I'm always trying to do something. I like to see if I can do it, you know, but they have it mastered here. It's great. All right, so there you have it. And, things are working. All right, talk to you later. Thanks. Okay, so now that we got the rings together, here's the number 10 iron that they cut to the length of this here, which is 4 of them, and the rings are spaced like 20 centimeters apart, something like that. See how they're tied together, Then they take this whole thing here, and it sits down on these that are sitting out. These are number 12, see that? 12 iron. And once you set it inside, then the next step will be to form a column, which is you put wood on the outside, like here. Once you put your wood on the outside, then you take and do both sides, secure it, make sure it won't leak. Then you get up top and pour cement down into it. Once it's done, once the cement sets up, you can take the boards off. And this is basically how the boards are tied together right there. See it? Right there. See that? All right, that's how they're basically tied together. Yeah? And that sits outside. So you do all the columns just like this. And that's pretty much it. You go make the rings, tie them off with tie wire, get the number 10 long pieces of iron right there, and cut it pretty much in half and run the rings like 20 centimeters apart. And then you put the whole iron piece of ironwork inside. Then you take and you do the pillar, form it up with the plyboard, and then once you formed up the plyboard, you pour it with cement, and that locks these corners in, that locks the walls in. So I did this video because someone was asking, why do they leave the corners open like that? But that's the answer, guys. All right. But they do it in a different fashion sometimes, you know. So when the wall, I'll show you. I'll be back. And also, I think they do the pillars like this because they're pretty much weight-bearing columns. They're going to carry the load of the ceiling down, all the way down to the footing at the bottom. So, but there is another way that they do the corners, which are pretty much, I used to call them tenant walls, not non-load-bearing walls, pretty much. And but even though they are going to be load-bearing, they're not going to be the main load. So let me show you what they look like here. Okay, and it would pretty much be a wall like this on a corner. See, on the corner wall, there's, you kind of weave it in on the regular way most people like to see the corners, but this is not a column, so the weight's not transferred. It's like a tenant wall, so to speak. And the way it's done, it's locked into the other wall by leaving holes like this, and it ties into like interlocking wall, if you see. So it goes inside of the other wall, like an interlocking wall. But pretty much that's it. And even though the sun is shining, I'm getting raindrops on me here, huh? All right, so that'll be it, guys. That's it for, I guess you would say, the columns, the ring, and the iron lesson. All right, talk to you later.